Hello everyone, welcome back to Joy's Creative Finger. I've just completed the Hair Today, Gone Tomorrow live salon event and have deleted my previous salon that I built a while ago in my town. This is standing in the exact same place, and the reason obviously is because the items in this event are the real deal, not vanity desks, okay? So there is a live build right at the end if you're interested in this design, or even if you want to incorporate some of the features into your own fabulous design, then do stay tuned right to the end. This is the entrance. I went to town on the landscaping. I think it's really nice to try, no matter how small the structure is, to include landscaping and a signage of some sort. Of course, I've gone for this fantastic picture on the wall and some of the items from the Snow Chalet as well, and just lights from the game. Now, I usually use these waterfall decorative pieces around some of my builds, and these are the overhangs to the entrance, which are actually lounging chairs. So the style of the build is inspired by the city. This obviously cannot be built on a penthouse plot. I tried it. I tried to do something on a penthouse plot so that I could build a city salon, and it just wouldn't work. So this is what I've got here. Outside on this part is an area to come out, sit down and drink. Have a drink if you want to, while or after you've gotten your hair done. This is the back part of this salon, and this side doesn't have that much to write home about. Just imagine that this side of the build is attached to another property in the street. But this is something I think worked well on a small plot, and I'm quite happy with what I was able to do with such a small plot in a very short space of time. This is the entrance. As you come through, of course, as it is the case in every commercial build, you are met by a reception and a receptionist. Of course, I've gone for these choice of colors because it's one of my favorites, and this is the salon owner. I've gone for this color. I realized that there are different color themes that you could go for, so I'm sticking to this color that you see here. This candelabra I felt was excessive, and I wanted it in the space. I've been to a few salons that have like the most amazing chandeliers hanging just in a corner with big bright stones. So I wanted this chandelier as well not to be centralized. There is an area in the corner here where you can hang up your bags or your coats and so on, and that staircase goes upstairs to I think the office. Now I'm just going to get this sim to go into the products closet. So what you have here is a lot of stacks of products that clients would use, and so if they run out at their workstations, then the staff would come in here and top up the different workstations on the main floor, and we'll see that very soon. But round back behind the reception is the lift that goes up to the barber section, because this is a unisex salon. There's also a seating area here, which is sort of like an overflow in case, you know, it's a busy day and there's a lot of clients sitting and waiting. Now, this bathroom is one of those bathrooms that you walk into, or restroom, depends on what you want to call it. It's one of those restrooms that you walk into and it smells so good. And you think to yourself, do people actually go in this space? And that's the effect I wanted to create with that bathroom or restroom. Now, once we come back out from that area, we have the main floor for the ladies where you get your hair done. Now, what I had done initially in my previous salon was use the vanity stations, where really it was just the sim that would interact with their own cells and the unit and fix themselves up. But this is perfect. Finally, we're getting what we want from Sims FreePlay, and I think we're going to continue to get what we want as much as possible within reality. So this is nice, and the actions are very realistic and what you would expect in a salon. But of course, your hair doesn't just pop out all brand new in this way. But I think it's hilarious. So this part of the salon would seat 6 clients, and there's also seats right behind to sit down and wait if the salon is too busy. These stands are fantastic. They're just so glamorous. I tell you, they're so glamorous. I thought a soft pink would go well in the area, and I'm speaking about the wallpaper. That's an underground theme wallpaper. So I think the color is really soft. I didn't want it to be too hard. And then of course we have the area where the deep treatment takes place, the washing of the hair, and so on. Now these units that hang from the ceiling are not against the wall here, but they can go against the wall. I'm just going to get the sim to walk across back there. And you will notice that the sim that is working away at the client's hair reaches for a bottle, and it looks as though she just took it from that rack. That's why I brought it closer, and I didn't want the units against the wall, and that's why I have the design in this way. Now I have just the 3 units here, and do remember that we can only realistically have 10 sims in any plot, and I actually have 10 sims on this plot, so that's realistic and accurate, and the units are distributed adequately. You don't really need any more in the space. So yeah, this is the ground floor. You have this large TV on both sides. It's a cinematron, and they are fully entertained. Normally when you're getting your hair done, in most salons anyway that I've attended, you would have a television there that gives you thorough entertainment while you wait and get beautified. So the staircase goes up to the office, and the lift goes up to the barber's section. So it's a unisex salon. I didn't want to have to create another salon that's just for men, because that would just take up another plot. And really, they only have just the 1 seat for getting shaved. So why not incorporate it into one build and make sure that all these lovely items that we've got in the game can go into one structure while you save space. Now we've got a few racks on the wall with magazines, and just a section here that beautifies the corner. Now I have the barber section right through here, where I have 3 stations for service, and a nice corner in the angle here where you can sit down, a picture of a man on the wall. You can smell the testosterone in the space. And yeah, I think this is really nice. What you notice is the 2 seats in use are the right distance from the mirror, and the one next to Lillian is tucked away so that you can go upstairs to the next floor. And there's a surprise up there, and then you're going to see that later. This is a restroom for the boys, so they can come in here and relieve themselves and get back in line and wait for a seat. The actions are hilarious. You know, they get so scared when they bring the knife out, and it's like, ooh, don't kill me. But yeah, I decided to put down 2 sims that were already clean shaven, so it looked right. You know, when they got shaven, their jawline is just clean and beautiful. Otherwise, in reality, when you perform the action, the beard still stays in place, I tell you. There's a door that leads into the office from the barber section, but it's blocked off by a seat. You can take that off if you want to. Otherwise, the way to Lillian's office is by going back downstairs, cutting across the reception and up the side stairwell to her beautiful office where she operates out of. While she's going downstairs to get back up, I just wanted you to note that I placed some countertops underneath these towel rack units, just because, and you can place stuff on there if you want to. So where's Lillian? There she is. So that's the way you come in. I think it's a good way to get up to her office. You know, if you walk in and you want to see her, you can come up the stairs from reception, as opposed to walking in to the entire salon and going through reception and coming up the lift and then working your way around. I think that's a quicker way to her office, you know. So obviously she's got the logo signage in her office and a shelf full of files with client details and their treatments. I like that I've placed curtains, and perhaps those pictures behind her would be accreditations, you know, of her proof of her skill in the business, you know. Now I'm going to show you the area here where we can have sims come out and get a drink or two. I wanted to place some kind of cafe up here, and you can do that. Just break apart a part of the balcony and create a room of some sort and create a kitchen, but you know, it just became quite a busy build. So I thought, just drinks, you know, just drinks. It's a luxurious enough build, or salon I might say, to be able to come out and have a section where you can get a drink. I think that's really high end. Now, while I get Lillian to take us upstairs to the next surprise in this building, I just wanted to say that yes, I finished this on the same day that it came out, but do realize that this was made possible by spinning my free seed, social point seed wheel incessantly over the days gone when there wasn't any event going on, and I amassed quite a large number of social points and used pet farms to build up my life points. And then I just completed it in one day because I just don't have the time, especially during this Christmas season, to sit around collecting. So that's how I was able to do it. Now, this is a beautiful flat where Lillian stays. So she lives on this plot. So if you go ahead and build this structure, then you can actually have a sim living here in a very beautiful and cute, cozy apartment. I just love it in here. I would live in a space like this. It's beautiful. She's got a widescreen TV, a lovely set of drawers in front of her. She's got curtains, a plant, a beautiful green seat in the corner. She's got a very lovely kitchen area in this angle here, and it's self-contained in every way. You can place a microwave and a toaster on these whack tops because you can do that now, and I think that's just great. It's just really beautiful. This is her bathroom. I could have made it an ensuite if I wanted to, but if she had a visitor, I just felt it wouldn't be smart to have them go through her room to use the restroom. There's a beautiful mirror here, a towel rack in the corner here, and we've got a tub, a designer toilet, and the French Chateau double sink in the corner right here. It's a beautiful space. She then has this beautiful bedroom, again with my favorite bed from the Snow Lodge. And I realized that it works beautifully together with these salon style side tables. It's just beautiful. Such elegant pieces we've received in the game. It just tickles me. And then she has a closet space, and now she's hugging the robes. But this is her closet space. She's got fresh towels, and it's just right for her. So this is where she spends most of her time when the salon is not open. So your sim could live in a flat like this if you build this particular structure. So that completes the tour for this beautiful salon that I've built. It's replaced the old structure that I had. And as I said before, there is a live build following right this moment. So by all means, take pictures of what you've done and post it up on the Facebook page so that I can have a look. It's quite exciting to see the different versions of these ideas. So yeah, it's a very simple structure, by the way. But as usual, when I was building it, it was a horrific process because I tried it on the penthouse plot and I could get absolutely nowhere. You can only have 2 floors, right? And then it's super narrow, so it just became a joke, really. It's possible, I'm sure it's possible, but I just wanted something with a bit more character than what I was able to get for the penthouse plot. In the front of this salon, I have 2 palm trees and I have connected some hedges together so there are no gaps between them. I'm not going to do that in this video. I'm simply putting the structure down for you to replicate. If you want to have that look of the hedges, you know, being connected together as it should do in reality, then you can go and look at a video that I've done, which is online on YouTube, called Glitch. It should pop up in the iCard right now. Watch that video. It shows you in detail how to connect the hedges together so that it can look seamless as it does in the live tour of this actual salon. So all you're going to get here is the shell of the build, and a bit of detail perhaps here and there, and I'm sure you can take it from there, you know. So yes, I hope that you do finish in time. Do everything you can to complete if you're interested anyway. But it's really lovely, the items that we've got. And as I mentioned before, this is a unisex salon. I have everything in here, so every item from the Hair Today, Gone Tomorrow event is in this property. It's not going to be anywhere else in any other build. However, those side tables are amazing, and there are some decorative pieces that can go into beautiful homes, you know, some penthouse homes or something like that. I have some interesting builds coming up in the new year, so do stay tuned for that. So yes, as far as the artwork goes, I mean, that could be used anywhere else, but things like the towel racks and the product racks and so on, they have to go in a property like this, and that's it. Or maybe a grocery store or so something like that, you know. But I'm glad that I've made this salon unisex so that everything hair can be placed in here, and it's much fun that my Sims, both male and female, can come to this building and get their treatments. So I've just placed down those lounging chairs. There's no glitching involved. You just put them down on a balcony and it works like a charm. And these are just standard lights in the game. And then I placed 2 of these modern wall lamps here, and I get the logo picture up front there. These golden spiral decorative pieces came from the Snow Lodge that we unlocked for the Christmas, and there is a live build coming up for that. A number of you have asked. A live build is going to follow very shortly, so don't worry about that. I just thought I'd get this live build out once and for all, because a number of you, I'm sure, are going to ask for this live build, so I thought, why not do it? Because they're beginning to back up on me. I need to push this out, and I know the Snow Lodge came out first, but then the hair event came, so I've done this, and now I'm going to go back and then get the live build for the Snow Lodge out. I promise, within a few days, so do stay tuned for that. So this is my favorite part of the build, as mentioned earlier. It is the flat. We call it flats in London. In America, it's popularly known as apartments. It's the same thing. It's just, we always say flats. But I think apartment sounds really good. Yeah, so that's the apartment for the lady who owns this salon. Well, I'm not going to carry on to the very end of this build, and I might miss out 1 or 2 things, you know, but of course if you rewind back in the video, you'll be able to see where certain things go if you are replicating it exactly. So I think that what I've done here with this live build is put down the most important parts of the structure down for you to replicate. So thank you so much for watching. I will see you again soon. Do stay tuned for the live build and keep working at the stations. You don't want to miss out on any of these beautiful, beautiful items that we've won in this event. Take care, and I'll see you again soon. Bye.